Hey, you guys, I've been trying to work on the camera so you can see me a little better without this glare in my glasses, but it's the computer screen, so it's kind of glares on that white. But I just wanted to say hi again real quick, talk to you about what's on the screen right now to show you, what it should look like when you go into Canvas into our class. When you go into your courses, hopefully you've done this already. Go to your dashboard. You should see the class right here that looks like the owl and the chalkboard. If you're watching this video, then you know that's where to find this. But I may need to send this video to some students in email to see if they can watch it that way to learn how to use it. Anyway, you log into Canvas like you normally do for any other class. And then you'll see that we've got the home button is most important. To your left, the announcements button, your modules, and the WebEx. Really, those are the only ones I'm going to use. I want you to treat this kind of like a college course. There's due dates on it that are for May 15th every day. Um, all of them, I'm sorry, are due at the end of the school year. So take your time, uh, do them in the time that you need to. I tried to give as much instruction as I could so that it would be simple for you to get through each lesson if you didn't have me right there next to you. So anyway, read the announcement, go through that first module so you can really learn about what we're doing here. Nothing too terribly difficult or new. And then you've got this Let's Chat, Positive Talk. Go into Module 2, and you're going to learn to set up for the Remind app on your phone if you can. It's not required, but if you can get into it, it's a good way for us to text each other. It protects your phone number, my phone number. We can talk about class assignments. I can send out announcements for the class that way. Then you can set up and watch a video to learn something we've already taught before. I want to make sure that you know how to watch a video here in Module 2. Be able to find big ideas assignments, which we did before spring break, but just want to make sure you still know how. And then one-step equations just to quickly practice work inside of Canvas. So very simple. I will grade each one as you go through. Then there's an algebra review. These are things that we've done before, right before spring break. I wanted to refresh your memory on adding polynomials and subtracting polynomials. I made personal videos using OneNote so that you would know how to do them. You can go through those videos over and over and over, unlimited amount of times, and then you practice some of the problems on your own. There's only a few in each one. Now we're going to go through and learn multiplying polynomials. Okay, I'm going to teach you the FOIL method and then the box method. So very simple. We'll do quadratics before the end of the year and then some basic geometry. Take your time. Please go slow. You have other classes. Don't rush through the material. Let's go ahead and look at the FOIL method right now. You should be able to see my teaching screen on OneNote. Okay. You can take notes on your own paper at home if you'd like, or you can rewatch this video and pause it over and over again and then do the big ideas assignment and the multiple choice questions that I'll put in Canvas for you. Okay. And I think I might add some other fun things in here too. We'll see in this lesson. Maybe some games you can find online to practice and things. So I'll take a look at that. Anyway, so this video isn't too much longer. Let's start with the FOIL method. Okay. So number one, if you can see, we're not adding or subtracting polynomials anymore. We're now going to take two binomials because there's two terms in each parentheses. They're called binomials. We're going to multiply them together using FOIL. A lot of you should have seen this in the 8th grade. So we're going to multiply first this first x by the first term in the other one. Okay, so that's step one. First term by first term. You're going to distribute it through the entire parentheses. So x times x is x squared. You're multiplying. If you were adding, it would be 2x. But we're not adding. We're multiplying. So an x times an x gives you x squared. Okay? Now we have that x. We're going to multiply it by the 5, the second term. X times 5, that is 5x. A number next to a letter means multiplication. Okay, now you're going to take the 4, the second term, and multiply it by the first term. Lost my little thing. Okay, so 4 times x is 4x. Everything is positive because we have all pluses in here. And then your 4 times your 5. Please use a calculator if you don't know. That's okay. There's calculators on your computer, on your phones, especially, even if you don't have one. So 4 times 5 is 20. So now I have worked that problem out. Now I want you to simplify it and put together any twins. Is there a twin of x squared? I don't see any other terms with x squared, so that one just stays by itself. I have 2 numbers, though, with 1x. So let's underline them so you can see them. And they're both positive, so 5 plus 4 gives me 9, and it's 1x. Okay, so then you can mark, if you want to, all of the things that you've done to get rid of them so you know what you have left. Sometimes that's easier visually for you to see. And then last, you have just the number 20 all by itself. This problem is simplified now in its most simplest form. I'm not solving to find x. We're just using the FOIL method and simplifying. Okay, let's do one more. So number 2, this time I've got a negative number in there, a subtraction. So you can see what happens when we multiply with subtraction problems. Okay, so you take your first term and you multiply the first term in the second binomial. X times x is x squared. X times 6, it's a negative. A positive times a negative is a negative, so that makes 6x. And then you start with your 1 to do both terms. 1 times x, okay, is 1x, and it's positive. You don't need the 1 there, but if it helps you visually, you can write the 1 there. And then a positive 1 times a negative 6. A positive times a negative is a negative. So that gives you negative 6. Now we need to simplify that term. Okay? So is there any other numbers that can be a twin to the x squared? You should be saying no, Miss B. So that one comes down by itself. I have 2 numbers that have 1x, a negative 6, and a positive 1. When you are adding 2 numbers together, and one is negative and one is positive, you subtract them. So 6 minus 1 is 5, and you take the sign of the bigger number, which is the 6. So it's negative 5, and don't forget your x. Okay, we've already done the first 3 terms. Those can go away. And now you have left over your minus 6. That is the simplest form. Again, we're not solving for x. We're just using the FOIL method to distribute all of the terms together and then simplify. Please review, watch the video again. And I'm going to create some assignments now for the FOIL method for you to do before you move on to the box method. Okay, see you guys soon.